Famed American author Louisa May Alcott was born in 1932 outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Alcott first wrote under pseudonyms and wrote for many different publications and even served as a nurse in the American Civil War. Alcott was a strong abolitionist, lived a long life, never married, and continued to write, and in the long term helped the American feminist movement more than she would ever come to know. Little Women is the novel that Alcott is definitely most known for. It was first released in the year 1869. Since that time, many movies and TV specials have been made of Little Women, including the 1933 version starring a very young Katharine Hepburn as the main protagonist in the novel, Jo March. There was also a 1933 version of the movie made, as well as some TV versions and specials of the movie made. In 1994, the most feminist-based version of Little Women was released, starring Susan Sarandon, as well as a young Winona Ryder in the role of Jo March. Again, the main protagonist in the story, and who is admitted, even by Alcott, to have been based very closely on her life in many aspects. Alcott's father, Bronson Alcott, was one of the leaders of the mid-19th century Transcendentalist movement. The Transcendentalist movement was a philosophy based upon many different principles, but really focusing on the individual or the self as being self-reliant. Many famous writers and cultural figures of the time were part of the American Transcendentalism movement. The movement also parlayed into literature of the time. Hence, many famous people we know today were part of that original movement and important in Alcott's life, including the famed writer Margaret Fuller. Margaret Fuller was known to visit the home of the Alcotts along with Walden's Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson. Transcendentalism most definitely played a huge part in the writing and the life and viewpoint of Alcott. Alcott lived a long life and never stopped writing. Even though she's most known for the novel Little Women, Alcott wrote much more, including the connected novel Little Men. She also wrote other novels, An Old-Fashioned Girl, and Kate's Choice, along with one of her earlier novels, The Flower Fable. Along with The Flower Fable was Rose in Bloom. And last but not least, amongst many others, Eight Cousins. Due to Transcendentalism, Alcott was raised from a young age with the idea of independence and self-reliance. Along the way, she helped speak against abolitionist ideas, focusing on love and steering your own ship. Alcott was an example of strength to women in the day, as well as to women looking back some 165 years later. Undeniably, Alcott is one of the most powerful and famous women writers, even having put on an American stamp. The United States and women owe a debt to Alcott.